Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Johnna. Today I'm talking about a GLP1 GIP, which I am taking, and I am taking it under the label of Mounjaro. Now, that is for diabetes. You can also get Zepbound, which is for weight loss, or triceptide, which is through a compounding facility. The cousin to these drugs are Ozempic and Wagovey or semaglutide. Now I know it's a lot of names. You've probably heard of some of these and are maybe curious, or maybe you already know all about them. Maybe you're on them. I don't know. But I have been taking Mounjaro I'm in my 6th week right now, finishing up a couple more days. And I was prescribed by my doctor because I was pre-diabetes and a host of things. You can check out my other videos if you want to know all that history. But today I want to talk about 10 things to think of before you start, or if you are on the weight loss journey or health journey, then you may want to consider some of these ideas to incorporate. So I just want to say, if you're new here, welcome. I hope you find some value out of this. And if you're coming back for a visit, I appreciate your support. Now, I also want to preference, I am not a medical doctor. I have no medical degree or any education in the medicine field. All I can tell you is my experience and what I've learned. And some things I wish I had thought of ahead of time. Number one, before you start, is have a realistic goal. Know that this isn't a medication that you're going to take and drop 10 pounds a week. You're going to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That is a safe, healthy weight loss, and you really want to keep it about that. Now, I am losing a little bit more than that, but I typically lose pretty well on any kind of a diet I've been on. The problem is I usually stall after the first 20 pounds. So this medication also has other things that I know are going to help it be successful, because I've gotten rid of the food noise in my head, that little thing that says there's cookies in the cupboard, or what are we going to have for lunch, and should we go here for dinner, and always thinking about food, and always kind of almost worried that you're not going to get your fair share. So yeah, it gets rid of that totally. So set realistic goals. And also, one thing I didn't realize before I started on this journey was the fact that I'm probably going to be taking this medication the rest of my life, because it does get rid of that food noise. And you can hear more about the food noise and all that in other videos. But the main thing is, number one, set realistic expectations on what you expect from this medication. Number two, I think is really important, is choose a day of the week to take the medication. Not only a day of the week, but a time of the day. So a lot of people would take it Friday. Some people would take it Friday night, thinking they have the whole weekend if they have weekends off. That if you are going to have any kind of side effect, most likely it's going to be in day 1, 2, or maybe 3 of your injection. So you want to be able to lay low during that time. I haven't had any major side effects on the original dose of 2.5, but when I did go up after 4 weeks to the 5.0, I did have nausea and I did have tiredness. And it lasted about a day and a half, maybe 2 days. And I did have some remedies for that. So listen later on in this video and I'll go over some of those. But I did have nausea, so you want to set up a time that you can handle. You don't want to have to go to work or deal with things. You may have to, but you want to set that day when maybe you have a day off after it if you're working. or you have a busy life. You want to make sure that the day or the day after, now you may be perfectly fine and it won't matter, but if you are going to have side effects, that's when they're going to happen. Number 3, you want to prepare for side effects. One of the side effects is tiredness. And what I do for tiredness is I take a vitamin B12 subliminal liquid that I put under my tongue, and then I take a B complex. That helps me a lot with energy and not feeling tired. Another one that helps with not being tired is getting ample sleep, and magnesium helps with that. Magnesium also helps with constipation and muscle aches. So you do want to check with your nutritionist or doctor on what are the best medications or vitamins for you. But what I take, I can kind of give you a rundown. I take a vitamin B12 subliminal. I take a B complex. I take a multivitamin. I take magnesium. I take a vitamin D. And I take calcium, which I've been kind of lacking on. You can also take maybe a fish oil. Everyone has different needs, so you're going to want to check with your medical provider on what supplements would be best for you while you're on this medication. You want to take something for nausea. There's a lot of things over the counter. I bought something, I don't even know the name of it now, but it's a powder you put in your water, and I haven't even used it yet, so I can't really recommend if it's good or not. I know it was expensive, and I had a coupon or something for it, so I got it, and I have it on hand. I did have a strong bout with nausea when I started taking 5.0, and I upped my dose from a 2.5. I got nausea, and we'll talk a little later about how I manage that in future. Constipation, you might want to take, some people take fiber gummies, some people take Metamucil every day, there's all kinds of things you can take for constipation. But what you want to do is you want to be proactive and take something before it becomes an issue. Diarrhea, have something on hand. If you end up getting diarrhea for whatever reason, and for the most part, I think if maybe you're eating sweets, that's when I would get diarrhea. Prior to this, I haven't really been craving or eating any sweets, but I had gastric bypass years ago, and if I eat too much sugary food, I would get diarrhea. So just know it might be something you're eating, but have something on hand. Pepto-Bismol, there's all kinds of things for diarrhea. I'm not trying to tell you what to take, but just things to prepare yourself for. And then taking your vitamins, making sure you're taking enough vitamins. And like I had talked about the nausea, I think for me, protein really helped. What happened was I wasn't eating when I first woke up because I was trying to go as long as I could into the day before I started eating, kind of how you would do an intermittent fasting, not eat right away when you wake up. Well, I found on this medication, since I'm getting so little food to begin with, that I wanted to make sure I had enough nutrition. So when I wake up, about an hour after I wake up, I get protein in. That has really curbed my nausea, and I almost think my nausea wasn't like typical nausea I'd have, like a flu or something. It was more like a queasiness because I didn't have enough protein in my system, and my body was saying, we feel sick, we need some food. So now I take protein, no matter what, it could be a small thing like a yogurt or a little cottage cheese or a scrambled egg. But I try to get some protein about an hour after I wake up. Okay, number 4, you want to drink a lot of water. Now, water is something I drink anyway because since my gastric bypass, I don't drink any soda. I drink coffee and I drink water, and that's about it. Sometimes I'll have another beverage of some kind, but there aren't too many things. Like I do have Fairlight milk that I will have now because it has a lot of protein. But you want to make sure you're drinking a lot of water. You also want to make sure that if you are having diarrhea, you're getting electrolytes in, and maybe adding something like Element. There's all kinds of things you can add to your water to get your electrolytes. You can also get Pedialyte. Pedialyte popsicles are a great thing to have in your freezer in case you end up needing, if you're feeling tired too, it could be that you don't have enough electrolytes or you're dehydrated. So make sure you're getting enough water. And that is another thing you're going to have to check with your medical professional to find out how much is enough for you. Some people say half your body weight in water. Some people say 8-ounce glasses of water. I'm usually so used to drinking just water anyway that I don't really worry about it often. Once in a while I think, I haven't had enough water today. But I normally always have a bottle of water with me wherever I go. So water. And if you have diarrhea, please make sure you're increasing your electrolytes in some way. Okay, number 5, food. Think about the food you're going to have and make sure you purchase it before you start so it's on hand. Now, for me, I eat protein. That's all I concern myself with. Protein, fiber, and water. So I have, and I don't limit what kind of protein I have, and I don't limit my food. To be honest, I want to get 100 to 150 grams of protein a day to keep my muscles as strong as I can through this weight loss. Because if you don't know that any kind of weight loss will cause you to lose fat and muscle, you can preserve the muscle if you're getting protein and you're doing exercise. You're doing weights or you're doing some sort of exercise to build your muscles. And protein helps facilitate that, as does that magnesium I talked about earlier. So protein, protein, protein. For me, I don't worry about what kind. I don't worry if it's a steak or if it's chicken or if it's tuna or if it's shrimp or if it's seafood. Protein, protein, protein. The other thing I have is fiber, and there's a lot of protein in my fiber because I eat beans. I have baked beans, and I make cut up hot dog in it, and I get Hebrew National or Nathan's or, a good hot dog. You do you, I do. And I also, every week, make up a batch of chili. I put beans in it. I put ground beef in it. I put, diced tomatoes in it. I put some mild chili in it. And I make a chili. And I pack it up. I put half of it in the freezer, half of it in the fridge. And I have little containers. If I go to work, I can just pull out a frozen one and take it with me to work. I love chili. I can have chili omelet, I can have chili straight, I can have chili on a baked potato. There's so many ways, and I don't really get tired of it, or I haven't yet. So that is one thing that I find a real staple. Eggs are another one. I have scrambled eggs, I have fried eggs, I have omelets. I put mushrooms in, I put cheese in, I put spinach in, I put meat in, I put the chili in. So eggs are a good one. Cottage cheese. Now, a lot of people don't like cottage cheese, but I do. So I have cottage cheese. Yogurt. Yogurt and any kind of meat. Pork roast or stew meat or any of it is good. But you want to really focus on protein. I also, like I had mentioned earlier, I use Fairlife milk. It has double the protein of regular milk. Hang on. So it's a good option. I add it to protein shakes. When I'm really maybe not feeling like I want to eat something, I'll make a protein shake with the Fairlife milk and the protein, and then I throw fruit or banana or something in it. I end up getting close to 50 grams of protein, and I can sip on that. It makes me about 2 8-ounce glasses of protein shake, and I'll drink that while I'm watching TV at night. That helps me get all my protein in. If I'm having a day that I'm struggling, or even, it doesn't have to be at night, it can be in the afternoon or what have you. But if you're doing something, you're working or you're watching TV, you can drink that protein shake in little bits and get your protein in. Okay. Fiber is going to help with that constipation. So the next thing is number 6. Take before and after pictures. Oh my God, I did take before pictures, and I haven't updated new ones. I'm going to do it soon, but I want to wait until I drop enough weight that's pretty noticeable. I took some in a bathing suit. Not a bikini, but a bathing suit. I took some, and I wished I had taken some in some clothes too. I may take some now, even though I've lost some weight. I still have a long way to go, so I keep telling myself, well, take some in some clothes so you can show, later. You're going to want to know, number one, it's going to help if you show those pictures to other people. And as embarrassing as it is, maybe to show that before picture, it's really going to help somebody when they see the drastic change that has taken place. And they're going to say, wow, I can do that. I can do that. The more people they see the before and after picture and can see the transformation, the more it's going to help them too. And it's going to help you, because sometimes we have an image of ourselves, and even though we've lost the weight and our clothes are big on us, we still kind of look at our body and say, well, no, I still have this gut, and I still feel big. So those before and after pictures help you and help other people. So before and after pictures are number 6. 7, log. Now everyone wants to log something different. I'm very simple on my logging. I don't log food, because God knows I had to do that for too many years. Weight Watchers points, I had to log on my phone constantly, anything I ate. Now, I'm not real big on like journaling or logging. I know some people log their fat mass, their BMI, their lean body mass, or their measurements, or everything, okay? I'm pretty simple, but I do log. I log the date. So each week I have the date, the dose of medication I took, where I gave myself my shot, because I rotated between my legs, right, left, my stomach, right, left, my arm. I did my arm for the first time last week, and I haven't seen any difference in any area, but I do log. And they say to rotate it. Don't stay in one area. So I logged that. I logged my weight. And I actually log my weight every day on the calendar. I have a calendar at my house, and I write my weight every day. I go up and down. One day I might be, one weight, and I'm down a pound, and then I'm up a half pound. I mean, it's not down. Just, it's up and down. And water weight, you have more salt, or I do weigh myself the same time every day and basically wearing about the same thing. But it could just be water weight. If you had a lot of water, or you ate later at night, or you haven't gone to the bathroom, that'll make a difference in your weight. So you do go up and down, but I do log my weight every day on a calendar. But then in this book right here, I do log the date of my shot, the dose of my shot, the date of my shot, the dose of my shot, the strength of my shot, where I took my shot, right or left, stomach or thigh, whatever. And what else? Oh, I log any major symptoms. Like I had the nausea when I started on 5.0. So I put nausea and tiredness, 1 or 2 days or whatever it was. And I log it because if you think I'm going to remember 6 months from now what happened in week 4 or what even medication I was on, maybe I will, maybe I won't. So I log it. I don't care what my waist was. I don't care what my BMI was, to be honest with you, because I know all that's going to change. But, and you may be somebody that, you don't want to log it, or maybe you just want to log your weight, or you just want to log what medication you're on, what symptoms you had. Everyone's going to want to do something, and some people are very extensive in what they want to log. But decide that and log it every week. Number 8, exercise. Exercise. Oh my God. Okay, so if you don't exercise now, don't expect to go out and run a marathon. And don't put that on yourself. I ride a bike, and I kind of got away from it because of the heat of the summer. I wasn't going to do it. It just wasn't going to happen. Between the heat and the mosquitoes, I wasn't going out. And I was already going out about 5 or 6 in the morning. Once the mosquitoes got really bad, I just put it on hold. Sorry, I wasn't going to do it. So in the fall, winter, and spring, I'll probably do it a lot, I'm hoping, because I do enjoy it. And as you do it, it gets easier. If you do something, whatever it is, walk. You go for a walk. You make it to the end of the block and you come back. You make it around the block. You make it a mile. Whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a mile. It doesn't have to be 2 miles or 5 miles. It can be to the end of your driveway. What is your limit? And then just try to add a little to that every day. We're all different. And I'm 68 years old. And to be honest, I always was very active. But sometimes it's hard when you have that weight and, you're just out of shape. So exercise. I have my bike. And another thing that one of my subscribers, I do shopping videos, and I bought these little detergents. They're like, I don't even know, 32 ounce, 28 ounce. They're not very big. And they're in they're the liquid. And she said, you can use those for your weights. So I do. I thought that is a great idea. You can pick up anything around your house and use that as your weights. You do want to do weights. You want to do weights for your muscles. So for me, it's riding a bike, and I do some walking once in a while, but it's mainly riding the bike and doing weights. I do other exercises, small ones, here and there, and they're mainly for balance, because as you get older, you start to lose your ability to balance the same. So I'm doing balance. And if you know anyone as they get older and they have a hard time maybe putting their pants on one leg at a time and not having to hold on to something. So I always kind of held on to something, and I started doing these exercises, and now I don't have to do that. I can balance on one foot. And so anyway, exercise. Do something, no matter how small, and it's only between you and you. Don't worry about anything else. Okay, number 9, and I know we've already talked about this, but protein. I do 100 to 150 grams a day. You are going to want to find out from a nutritionist or your doctor or wherever You get your information on what you should have. Maybe you belong to Weight Watchers. I don't know. But determine what you need for protein while you're on this. What is the recommended amount? And also, the other thing, number 9, is water. So protein in water, that's all. I don't even track my water because I drink so much anyway. But protein, I track. I don't track carbs. I don't track calories. I know I'm coming in low. I don't track. I don't really eat sugar. I don't really eat a lot of carbs. Bread or crackers or anything like that. I may. I'm not saying I don't. I just haven't. And so I track protein. That's what I track. Do what's best for you, but I do think protein is the one element that you really should focus on. Protein and water. Okay. Number 10. And this one is as important as the rest, if not more important. This is something that I always thought didn't matter, is sleep. I always was one of these people that could sleep 4 or 5 hours a night and figured I could sleep when I'm dead, so it didn't matter. But sleep, getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night is essential for weight loss and good health. Stay off of your apps, stay off of things that get the mind going, and relax. Listen to music, just calm, get enough sleep. Give yourself time to unwind and rejuvenate and relax. And the great thing is you're losing weight while you're sleeping because your body is burning energy and you're not eating. So it's a wonderful way to lose weight, to sleep. Okay, you guys, I hope that helped someone. And if you have any questions for me, don't forget to leave them and leave me a comment. Let me know if you're on this journey, how you're doing, or let me know if you want to be on this journey, what you think about it. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, you guys, I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.